Sports Entertained is recorded live at twitch.tv/baldyandthebeast. Come check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and watch the matches right along with us.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bront.
I'm Willem.
And we are Baldy and the Beast. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sports Entertained.
I just realized that, so I had like a monitor up on my phone to like have the stream up, and like it was super fucking loud.
I heard me.
Yeah, I know. So I'm sure everybody heard you on the VOD and in the stream and on, people watching at home.
Continue. That's the kind of quality content you get here at Baldy and the Beast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Putting me up on the stream too. Yeah, I know, right? All right.
Getting all sorts of feedback on this one.
Let's get back to the gimmick. Willem, what are we doing today?
Today we are watching Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Triple H, 3 Stages of Hell from No Way Out 2001.
Oh, these guys beat the stuffing out of each other.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. This is a fantastic match.
I almost bought some popcorn for this match, and that is not like a rib. I legitimately almost bought some popcorn.
You should have bought some popcorn. Should have popped you some poppin' corn.
Some
for the match.
Pippity
poppin' corn.
Pippity Pat Patterson. That should have been his name.
Pippity
Pat Patterson. On that note,
okay.
I did hit my head earlier. That might be why I came up with Pippity Pat Patterson.
Yeah, that sounds like if they gave Pat Patterson like a really like over the top like UK Englishman gimmick. Like, I'm Pippity Pat Patterson.
I want that now. That should be his he should be the GM of Raw, and that should be his gimmick. But anyway,
yeah, well, he's very old, so that's probably not going to happen.
Well, not as a wrestler.
Yeah, I know.
Back to the important, not just us riffing. No Way Out 2001. This was on February 25th at the Thomas and Mack Arena in Paradise, Nevada, in front of 15,223 fans.
Yes.
And this was back in the day, so they were all probably super, super hot for this. So this whole feud kind of started at SummerSlam 99. So Triple H lost the triple threat. With Mankind and Steve Austin. And then so Steve won the match. And then afterwards, Trips attacked Stone Cold with the chair, specifically targeting his leg. A few months later, Stone Cold went on, had a couple other fights. A few months later, he comes in and is given a match with Triple H at No Mercy, but he lost because The Rock hit him with the sledgehammer that was meant for Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Next, kind of going forward in the timeline a little bit, was when Stone Cold was infamously hit by a car before Survivor Series.
Because Rikishi did it for The Rock.
Oh, you stole my bit later. Anyways, in that match, he was replaced by The Big Show, who would go on to win a world title that night. It was kind of shitty what they did, because they advertised Stone Cold knowing full well he was not going to be able to compete.
Yeah.
And then just switched it at the pay-per-view last minute.
They've done that since, because they did that in like 07 or 08 or something like that, where they were going to have Jeff Hardy in a match. I think it was against like Triple H and Vladimir Kozlov. And then Jeff Hardy was found unconscious earlier that night. And then as the show went on, they kept teasing Jeff Hardy's going to be there. And then he was replaced by Edge.
They probably knew full well the whole time he wasn't going to be there.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with this, but it's a very similar situation.
Gerg.
Yeah.
So anyways, that whole car angle was to write Austin off for his neck surgery, which he needed. And I think that was still from the neck injury he got from Owen.
Yep.
So
that's wrestling for 3 years on a broken neck, or on an injury caused like that was started by a broken neck. Yeah.
So then Austin did end up returning quite a while later at Unforgiven 2000. He started looking for the man that ran him down, as one would.
Mm-hmm.
So on an episode of Raw, Rikishi came out and said, Willem.
I did it for The Rock.
And this led to a no holds barred match between the two at No Mercy. In the match, Austin acted like he was going to run Rikishi over with a fucking truck, but was stopped by WWF officials. The match was deemed a no contest, and Austin was arrested, but bailed out by WWF Commissioner Mick Foley. Like, you should have hit him with the truck, Austin. Yeah. Here, I'm going to reward you're trying to murder someone.
Right.
It should have been anybody else other than the commissioner, but whatever.
Right.
Lost my spot. During a handicap match later that month, it was Austin versus Rikishi and Kurt Angle. Triple H came down, and he acted like he was going to tag with Austin. Because at this point, this had been quite a while. Austin had been out with his surgery, and so the rivalry had, I don't want to say cooled, but it definitely wasn't as hatred-filled as it once was.
Mm-hmm.
So Triple H comes down, acts like he is going to help Austin and team with him and make it a traditional tag team match. He clears the ring, and then he smacks Stone Cold in the head with a sledgehammer, grabs a mic, and says that he was the one that paid Rikishi to run Austin down, and then lie about it and say it was The Rock.
Yeah.
So then at Survivor Series, Triple H tried to run Austin down again, but he failed. And what I'm reading to you is not a lie. This is the truth of what happened. He got a forklift and lifted the car 20 feet in the air and then dropped it with Triple H in the car. And then they both had world title matches where one would interfere in the other's match. Kind of cost them the match. And then Austin won the Rumble, and this is the pay-per-view after the Rumble.
Okay.
So that's kind of how we got to where we are.
This definitely feels like a great example of the dub making chicken salad out of chicken shit, because Austin, like, he had to go away. There was no other way for him to go away. Austin wouldn't just fucking, like, he had to be injured in some way, shape, or form. And Austin's, the meanest son of a bitch on the fucking planet. How else to get rid of him than run him over with a car? Yeah, it's fucking stupid because he hit him with a car, and Rikishi probably should have just been in jail. But how better to get rid of the baddest son of a bitch on the fucking planet than hit him with a car? And he had to go take time off to take care of legitimate injuries. And this is just some good long-term booking. Like, it started, like you said, in 99 and ended in 01 and still wasn't done here. Like, there was still some shit going on.
And do you know why this was, Willem? Why this was probably so good? Because the wrestlers had input on what happened in their storylines. So, we'll continue with everyone. I think probably one of my favorite segments on the whole show. Mm-hmm. Running down the card. I like looking at these old cards.
Yeah, I know.
So we start off with Raven versus The Big Show for the hardcore title, which was either shit or amazing. No in between. You had a couple promos. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, given that they reiterated this at Mania a month later, 2 months later, however fucking long later it was, and that match was good. That match damn near destroyed the whole thing, but
yeah,
it could only be solid. And Raven at this time was just a top-notch gimmick.
And they only almost cut the entire feed to WrestleMania. They didn't do it though, so they only almost fucked everything up.
Yeah.
But the next match on the card was a 4-way title match. I know Eddie Guerrero's in it. Jericho. Let's go into the match and see if we can find out who's all that.
Probably Eddie Guerrero, Jericho, maybe Benoit, because of the fact that they've got nothing else there. And
Eddie and X-Pac and Benoit. Yep.
Well, there you go.
Good call on the Benoit. We should just assume by now. If it doesn't say who, it's Benoit.
Yep.
Some more promo. They had a lot of promo segments.
They had a lot of promos.
Shit.
And a commercial for WWE The Music Volume 5.
With Rock holding a big piece of pie. That is... I wish that was a lie.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Trish versus Steph.
The thing to kind of point out with that is that So Trish Stratus came into the company. She was never intended to be a wrestler. She was just intended to be eye candy. And then she eventually made her way and trained to being the best women's wrestler of the time period, probably one of the best ever.
She still holds up today when she wrestles.
Yeah, she still holds up today pretty well. But it was, at the time she was not yet trained. So I'm sure this match was not great. But it's really interesting to see how she went from just getting into the business, not knowing anything and not being trained, to actually being a very well-trained wrestler.
I mean, it's the difference between 2001, 2006. There's like 5 years where she was actually trying to be good at it, and you can tell she came such a long way.
Oh yeah.
Went from when she started, it was all bikini contests and all that bullshit, and she ended. Her and Lita main evented a Raw, and while yes, that's only one Raw, like that was still huge for the time.
Yep.
Nonetheless, the next match is Triple H versus Stone Cold, which is what we'll be doing today. And then you have a triple threat tables match for the tag team titles. Kane and Undertaker in there. It looks like some DX in there. Maybe Edge and Christian, because I see the purple tights.
I think it's
they
just
look like edges.
I think it's just Edge and Christian. It's Edge and Christian, Brothers of Destruction, and the Dudleys. That's what it looks like.
Oh, is it the Dudleys?
Yeah. Yep.
So Christian's wearing those ugly green pants. Okay.
Yep.
They look like DX green to me.
They really
do.
And
the final was go ahead.
The thing that sells it is that he's still got the mesh top on.
Okay. We have Kurt Angle versus The Rock.
Yes.
For the title. There are not very many matches on this card. There are more promo segments than there are matches.
Yep.
It's for real.
It's very interesting that, a match of this caliber, like this type of match, was actually like the mid-card match. It wasn't on later on in the card, especially given the fact that it's, Stone Cold and Triple H. Like, you'd figure that would be something, for a match of this type, you'd figure that would be the main event, but it was just in the mid-card. And as it should be, the WWE title main events the show.
I don't always agree with that. I think the title should main event the show.
I feel like the title
unless there's something huge.
I feel like the title should main event the show 99% of the time, unless there's a stipulation that is more important than the title, like in the case of a Royal Rumble match, something like that.
I was fine with the Stadium Stampede going on last.
Mm-hmm.
Same way with Lights Out. I was fine with going on last. Royal Rumbles, I'm fine with. I think if it fits the story, like if it's something that you're not going to be able to top with a world title match, put it on second to last. I don't care. Still the semi-main.
Yeah. Well, in kayfabe, something like a Lights Out match, that's... My kitty cat's trying to invade the stream. Something like a Lights Out match will only really make sense to go on last because it's supposed to go on and not actually have anything to do with the record in the show. You are just invading all of my space, aren't you, kitty cat? Go on. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll let Braun take over the show.
Okay, Braun's taking over the show. Willem sucks, Braun rules.
Yes.
Okay. End of Braun portion.
Well, okay, here. Let's make my kitty cat run away. Here's the kitty cat. I'm putting her on camera. Kitty cat on camera.
Aw, she's so cute.
Yeah.
She still looks like Toothless.
She really does. She's going to run away now, though. Maybe not. Yep, there she goes. She went and hit under the table.
We went long. Do you want to go ahead and get into this match?
Yeah, we went very long. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. Match is starting at 51 minutes, 56 seconds. I'm going to give everybody about 10 seconds to find it on the network if they haven't already, because we've been talking for fucking ever. Go ahead and find it on the network. Going to give you a countdown starting at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click.
It's amazing what these guys could do.
Yep.
And they both, at least one of them probably wrestled the next night.
Yep. Oh, and they both took each other out. Triple H with the sledgehammer, Austin with Barbie. Oh, and Triple H fell over Austin. And that's it.
Finish.
That's a great finish, isn't it?
What a good finish.
Yeah. Both men so exhausted they take each other out, and Triple H just so happens to fall on top of Austin.
Second.
Yeah.
If he would have landed first, he would have lost.
Yep.
What you can't do that ending often.
Nope.
But goddamn, they did it right there. Fantastic ending. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Just one little trickle of blood coming out of Austin's cut.
Yep. And they're both just so fucking tired, exhausted at the end of this. Austin's just kind of like, all right, get the fuck off me.
Douchebag.
What?
Nuh-uh. Austin did not get the fuck off me.
Huh.
Somebody threw a fucking beer can.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't see that. Hold up. Let's back up just a smidge so we can see that.
Somebody threw a beer can and it hit Austin, or I think it hit
Oh,
Triple
what the
H and then
fuck?
Austin. And that's when he moved off.
What
Fucking
the fuck?
douchebag. Somebody nailed him with a can.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I hope they kicked him out of the fucking arena after that.
Yeah. They just beat the shit out, and he nailed Austin like right in the dome.
Yeah.
What a fucking... I don't know if that guy's watching, but if you are, you.
Yeah.
I like how we get immediately angry at the dude that we immediately forget everything we were talking about the match. We're like, fuck that guy in the can.
Fuck that guy for throwing a can at the end of this match. That was a magnificent finish, and then somebody just shits all over by throwing a can.
Boo. I hope another fan punched him.
Yeah, I know, right? I think my kitty cat's lonely because she, once again, is coming to hang out, and she's like, oh, no. Okay. Well, she unplugged my headphones.
She's lonely. You should tell her you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Don't you? I think for that website you have to own like a certain amount of land before you can even sign up for that. I think so, but also you
did
like
not know that.
Yeah, I think you have to own like a certain amount of land before you can even sign up for that website.
I should know. I signed one of my friends up as a joke.
I mean, it might not have been a thing at that time, but I think it is now.
I think it was like 2012 when I did that. So yeah.
But that's that. Okay.
Back to the match and not farmersonly.com.
Yeah.
That was wow.
I
can't believe they went 45 minutes.
I know they went 45 minutes. There were no rest holds. If you watch that match, there was no rest holds. But to be fair, there was a lot of taking a big fucking shot and then having to lie around for a second to sell. So I can understand where they didn't necessarily need rest holds for a good bit of that match. But that was some good shit.
They were able to strategically plan their rest.
Yep. Just kind of to recap a little bit. The finishes to the three falls are not what you would expect them to be. The first match was just a standard wrestling match, something that falls into Triple H's forte. Austin won the first fall. Second fall is a street fight, something that you would figure would fall into Austin's forte. Triple H won the second fall. Third fall is a cage match. The big blow off of the feud. Everybody's tired. Everybody's run ragged. I mentioned this during the match portion of the stream, but you can see in Austin's gear how much damage has been done to both men because going into this match, they're both, they're clean, they're ready to go. They're ready for a fight. They're both strapped up. Everything's good and set to go. And by the end of this match, Austin's knee braces, they're falling off. They're undone. The straps are undone. Austin's like his one boot is undone, about falling off. Triple H is sweaty, bloody as all fuck, and visibly fucking tired by the end of this match. It went 45 minutes, and it definitely felt like 45 minutes. It wasn't one of those matches that felt like it was shorter, but it deserved the 45 minutes that it took.
It wasn't a long 45 minutes, if that makes sense.
It was like I could savor this match for 45 minutes. It wasn't like, oh damn, that was 45. That felt like it took 15.
Yeah, which we've watched not a couple of those. We've watched a couple 30 minutes that felt like they were 10.
Yeah. Um,
So,
the other big thing with this match is the finish is mwah, chef's kiss.
oh,
It is brilliant storytelling. By the end of this match, both men are beaten bloody. They are tired, exhausted. They have beaten the piss out of both people. They're in rough shape. Immediately after taking both of each other's respective finishers, they're both on the ground. Austin over on one side of the cage, Triple H over on the other side of the cage. Austin picks up the barbed wire 2x4. Triple H picks up a sledgehammer, and they hit each other at exactly the same time. And Austin falls first. Triple H lands on top of him. 1, 2, 3. There's your pinfall.
but Triple H too, like he wasn't like on him in a pin. He was literally draped over him.
Right.
Like,
Triple
exhausted.
H knocked out, laying flat back over top of Austin because he is out fucking cold. And that's the pinfall. It's great storytelling. It leaves both men looking strong, but it still leaves Triple H with the upper hand because this feud was because Triple H paid Rikishi to run over Steve Austin. And Triple H still comes out on top just a little bit, because he got the win, even though both men were battered, bloody, and bruised. But bees.
Sometimes the douche should win.
Yeah. Not like a couple years later with Triple H.
Yeah. We're the only one.
Yeah.
But let's go into our next not our next and newest segment. Let's back up a segment.
Mm-hmm.
How many stars are you giving?
I'm giving this a 5 stars.
Well, we have a little bit of a disagreement on this one then.
Okay.
I'm ranking this one in 2 parts.
Okay.
The match and then the finish. The
Okay.
match was 4.5 stars.
Okay.
The match was fantastic. I can't really ask for much more, but I can ask for a little more.
Yeah.
Just little stuff, really. The finish, I would have given the match overall 5 stars if I didn't separate the finish. The finish is 6.25 stars.
Yeah.
The finish is fantastic. The finish is the most stars I've ever given, and it deserves it because it's fucking good, great. It's so good. Yeah, I think if you put those together, though, I'm right with you. I'm at least 5 stars if I don't go 5.25.
Right.
That was, mwah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, really, really, really good.
Yep.
Good way to kind of send us off for a little while.
Send us off, send you home for Thanksgiving, give you a good sweet match to end with, a great finish, a great match to leave us off on a little bit of a break before I don't want to say season 2, but more like season 1.5, where we come back. We've got a new schedule. We've got new energy. We've taken a little bit of time off, and we're a little bit more refreshed.
Yeah. I think this is old enough, though, that we can put this in. If you had to rebook this match today with no limitations, which 2 competitors would you put in this match?
Oh, man. Who would I put in this match? I would put... You know what? We've seen this match.
Are you thinking what you motherfucker? I gotta come up with something new now because you're thinking what I'm thinking. Just say it.
Moxley Kingston.
Oh, you didn't say what I said.
Like, we saw this match already, and not this match, but Moxley Kingston could remake this match, and it would be just as fucking good.
So the first thing I thought Omega Moxley.
Okay.
Because of the lights out match.
Yep.
But Omega's a little too athletic for this. So I dialed it back a little bit. That's when I thought you stole mine. I thought of something I think a little better. Moxley Okada.
Oh, man. Oh, put it in my veins. I want it right fucking now.
How good of a match would that be?
Oh my god. You know what would also be really good? Obviously, I feel like it's obvious to put it this one. Moxley's taking the place of Austin in this one because he's very much like the same style, the same moveset. Like, Moxley's awesome in this one. You know who would also
modern day, if you had to have a modern day equivalent for Stone Cold, it would probably be Moxley.
Another really good one that could do this, Moxley Hangman.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome.
I'd be down with that.
I have no. I literally. I can't say anything other than yeah. That would be great.
Oh man, that was so good.
I hate this segment because it just makes me want to watch wrestling that doesn't exist.
I mean, it's kind of a precursor to the eventual like fantasy booking shit we wind up doing in the future. Whenever we get to the point where we can afford to do this more than 2 times a week.
Yeah, I do like this bit though. This bit is fun.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is that it's fun. But let us know in the comments who you would like to see fantasy booked into this match. Modern day equivalents.
Who of the modern day roster, who do you think could remake this match in a solid either remake it or make it better? More but better.
Yeah, man, now I just really want to go watch that Moxley Okada match that doesn't exist. But anyways, would you have anything else that you would like to say?
No, I think we went a little long in the intro part of this video, so I think, cutting it a little short here on the end is going to kind of do. Once again, I can't stress this enough, for all of our people watching now, for the people watching later on down the line, for anybody listening to the audio podcast, after today, starting on Tuesday, December 1st, 2020, oh boy, my body didn't want me to get that out. Starting Tuesday, December 1st, we will be moving our time slot back from 6:30 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. So instead of being, your dinner time entertainment, where you get to come around, hang out with us for dinner time, you can come see us a little bit later in the evening, maybe before you go to bed, maybe after you watch some stuff, maybe after you spend some time hanging out with your family. Or if you live out on the West Coast, great time to catch us up because you've already had some of that time. You're after work, need some little time to chill down. Come hang out with your boys. We will, but like I said, this is the last episode for the time being. Maybe once we get to the point that like we're making dollars on this and we can actually, do this for a fucking living, we'll switch back to the old schedule. Or who knows? Maybe the 9 o'clock schedule will be one of the times where
we'll
like
do something else then.
Or maybe like the 9 o'clock schedule is a thing where we're getting way more viewers at the 9 o'clock schedule than we would have at the 6 o'clock. And it winds up working out for the better being there anyways. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll play it by ear, which is generally our plan with everything.
Yeah. Just kind of do it as it goes.
But I know what our next match on Tuesday is going to be. Well, we haven't discussed this, but I was looking through my notes, and I found one that just feels apropos to be next Tuesday.
Okay.
War Games 1991.
Okay. Explain. I don't know what's in this match.
It's supposedly really, really, really good.
Okay.
It pits the Horsemen, which is Barry Windham, Ric Flair, Sid Vicious, and Larry. On the wiki, it lists Larry Zbyszko and Arn separately.
Okay.
So I don't know what that's all about. Versus Sting, the Steiners, and Brian Pillman, all in 1991. Please put it in my veins.
Okay.
So you're getting 1991 Steiners, which means
big, hard hitting, good, god tier tag team wrestling.
Yeah, and Scott's not blown up either.
Yeah.
And then can we announce our Thursday thing? Because it's my birthday present and I wanna.
Yeah, go ahead. It's your birthday. Go for it, homie.
Thursday. So I feel it's apropos. This match took place on December 3rd of whatever year it took place in.
It was like 08, 07, something like that.
The day before my birthday, and we've never reviewed a bad match. So let's review a bad match. Let's review the Extreme Elimination Chamber from December to Dismember. It was garbage. I'm so excited. Let's go.
Fucking bad match on the day before your birthday. That's your birthday present to yourself.
Yep, because I can drink a beer while we watch it because I don't have to work the next day.
Well, there we fucking go. Anyway, to anybody who's watching right now, to anybody listening on YouTube, anybody who's listening to the audio-only platform, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes, subscribes. Thank you for any comments that you've given us. If you haven't already, check us out on the Facebook, Twitter, anywhere that we're at. Check it out in the description down below.
I actually posted on the Facebook this week.
Well, there you go. Now we got some
I-
actual interaction on that.
Yeah, I did it on Sunday. I meant to do it today, and then I was schmuck and forgot.
Well, I mean,
But I hit my head, so I'm gonna blame it on that.
I was gonna to be fair, you hit your head in the shower, so it's fine.
I
Anyway,
wasn't gonna say in the shower. Now you let everybody know that I fell.
now
Thanks,
I
Will.
let everybody know you shower. Oh my god. Anyway, if you haven't already, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever we're at. All that in the description down below. If you don't want to look at our ugly faces, check us out on the audio-only version of the podcast at Anchor or Spotify or wherever we have our podcast at. That is also in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. God, I can't fucking talk. Thank you so much for watching today. We will see you guys next Tuesday for whatever match it was. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but we're going to go into the outro anyways. Thank you so much for watching. War Games 1991. We will see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.